Alrighty, so y'all know whenever y'all see me bust out a commentary video like this, and y'all are seeing the title of this video right now, y'all know this is gonna be a interesting one. Y'all gonna get to hear some of my thoughts and opinions on the matter based on the title. Now, a quick shout out for inspiration. Scott June, I'm gonna show the picture on screen right here. He talked about why high level Dead by Daylight is boring, and I don't play Dead by Daylight as much anymore, but I still watch it, and I still have a pretty good knowledge of the game. I was a red rank killer and survivor, and he talks about why high level MMR is boring. And one main point he brings up is in tournaments, all you see is Nurse or Spirit, and people don't like that because there's no variety. Because for those of you that do not play Dead by Daylight, if you ain't playing Nurse or Spirit in red ranks, you're screwed. You could be, like he said, you could be the best clown, or as he put it, you could be the Jesus of Dead by Daylight, and if you were playing clown, you'd still lose against a competitive team. Just because of the power difference and power level between killers in that game. And I watched it, I'm like, you know, that kind of makes sense for Honor as well. And what I mean by that is because, let's be honest, in my opinion at least, high level For Honor is very boring. Like, people ask why I don't watch tournaments, is because I see the same shit every day. And in this game there's a lot of characters, but the problem is, not every character is, say, at BP's level or Warlord's level or Griffin's level, and that's the thing you run into. Because in the competitive scene or high level scene, you're always going to see some form of meta hero. Or as you saw in tournaments, there's always going to be a Warlord, there's always going to be a Scent, there's always going to be a Griffin, and there's always going to be a Kensei. You can swap out Griffin for BP if you want, but Griffin, Warlord, and Warmonger are a must. Those three characters are a must in Dominion and for high level play, and so is Kensei in the mid lane. Now, what people don't realize is about these competitive games is what works at the top trickles down to everybody else, because there are people that are going to watch those tournaments and say, hey, that's working out for them, let me try it out. They see that it's working out and they're going to keep doing it, because humans, we are creatures of habit. We find a system that works and we run with it, and that is said for Honor as well. Because currently the power level between characters in this game is pretty bad compared to the rest of the cast. If you think about it, in the grand scheme of things, there's maybe only a good 5 or 6 heroes that are viable, completely viable in a tournament, and if you aren't playing these, you are most likely going to lose. And you could be a god tier shinobi, but if you're going up against a team with a Scent, a Kensei, a Warlord, and a Warmonger, you're fucked. You can't do anything. You could be the Jesus of For Honor, and you could be the best player in the world with Shinobi, and you'd still lose. That's not because you're a bad player. That's just because the characters you're fighting against are better than yours. And I know they're bringing up the testing grounds, and there's a lot of new heroes in there that are going to be in there, like JJ, Zanhu, Hitakiri, and Musha. And there's Glad. I don't know why the fuck Glad's in there, but that's something else. And they're gonna try and bring these characters up to, I guess you could say, up to par with everybody else. But the problem is, like I said earlier, we are creatures of habit. People ain't gonna go try their other characters. Well, they're not gonna try them. They're gonna try them for maybe about a couple weeks, and then they're gonna go back to their old mains that they're maining. That's what it is. Or they're gonna find the next cheesy character out of those that provides them the most wins, and they're gonna run with that. That is just human nature. And in terms of the competitive scene, what I also mean by stuff trickling down is, if you watch a competitive tournament like the final rounds, everything in there is an option select. I hate to break it to y'all. People might be saying, oh my god, they're so good, they're parrying all this and that. Harsh reality of it is, everything you see at a high level and high level tournaments for Honor is an option select. Majority of it's an option select. I can guarantee you, 90% of those parries or stuff that they do is an option select. I can guarantee that. And it trickles down. It trickles down into For Honor, and then there becomes the issue where there's no variety. And whenever you fight in higher rep lobbies, there is almost no variety. There's always a Kensei, always a Griffin, always a Warlord, a Warmonger, Ascent, etc. And the problem is, these other characters that are lacking, like Shinobi and Zanhu. Now Zanhu before now keep in mind this is made before. This video is made before Zanhu goes in the testing grounds. They struggle a lot. You are at a disadvantage. I don't care how good of a player you are. You can be the best in the world with Zanhu and you will still lose to a competent team that knows how to set up. And that's just the harsh reality of it is. That's the harsh reality of the power level. And I think that's also why a lot of people find watching tournaments boring, because it's the same shit over and over and over. Like if y'all watch the most recent tournament here on console, if a team didn't have a Griffin, they lost. If a team didn't have a Warlord, they lost. If they didn't have a Kensei, they lost. And just because of how strong those characters are and how no other character can be on their level. Now, personally to me, I don't think every character is going to get up on that meta level. That's just impossible. You either got to buff everybody up to their level or bring everybody down to everybody else's level. And hopefully that testing ground changes it. That's what it comes down to, that there's no variety at high level For Honor at all. And it's all option selects. That's all it is. Like, y'all have seen it in my streams where if I know I'm going against a competent team, it's like, alright, I can't chill a Shaolin. I gotta go tournament mode and pick Kensei or Shaman. Now, keep in mind, Shaman's not used as much in tournaments because of Fury Flask. And it just trickles down. And that also can be played in defeats as well. Like, if y'all notice in pubs, if there's a Viking, what are they most likely running? Fury Flask. Just because of how strong it is, and they've seen how strong it is in tournaments. It trickles down. There's also no variety in feats either. Most fourth feats are either Fury Flask, Healing Banner, Corruption, Phalanx, Oathbreaker, Umbra, Smoke Bomb. It's the same shit all the time. And that can even be said for perks even. Same perks. Just because you always have a set 3 that are better. You have the Holy Trinity for Hybrids, Holy Trinity for Vanguards, Holy Trinity for Assassins, and Holy Trinity for Heavies, and all the other ones are just useless. You can make them work, but how would you want to make them work when you have these others that do it better? And yeah, that's in my opinion. That's what I believe it is. Like that's what I think the truth is of For Honor, really, and that it's just boring at a higher level. And now that I've been working at a job, and when you come back from a job, from a 12-hour shifts, and you try to play For Honor, you see it in a different light. You see it from a whole different perspective, because y'all know before my job I had a lot of free time, and now when you come home from a 12-hour shift, you want to be able to chill and use whatever the fuck you want. You don't want to have to sweat like $500 are on the line. And that's what happens. That is what happens in this game. And that's just the harsh reality of it. That the character balance and there's no variety, in my opinion. That's why I think it's boring. High level, at least. You occasionally get those lobbies where everybody's just vibing and chilling. Like you got a Shaolin, a Shinobi, and a Orochi, and whatnot, and you're just vibing and chilling. But the moment you see a meta character, you gotta flip the switch in your brain and go, alright, I gotta try extra hard for no damn reason just because this person is picking a better character than me. And at the end of the day, people do come to play a game for fun. There are those that take it too seriously. There are a lot that take For Honor way too seriously. I know a couple. In fact, I ain't gonna name names. I know a couple. But there's nothing wrong with taking it seriously, but there's a lot of people that treat it like a job. And don't really need to treat a game like a job. So back to the whole tourney thing and everything being an option select, how it trickles down. This is kind of just a recap of everything. And yeah, I just think it's boring. I know some people might find it fun. If you find it fun, you do you, boo. Have your fun. But for me, a high level For Honor is boring. Just because everything's an option select. You have to sweat too much, and it's the same characters over and over. I mean, yeah, it's nice flexing on people, killing them with Shaolin whenever you're fighting a BP and whatnot. But it's difficult, and you're having to sweat too damn much. And not to mention, when it comes into character balance, these meta characters can make all the mistakes in the world and still be fine, while the majority of the cast makes one mistake and you're done. It just comes down to the balancing of the game, and I think it wouldn't be as boring if the devs actually listened, for one, and actually brought everybody up to the meta level. Like Modern Warfare 2 is a prime example, because every gun in that game was usable, because every gun in that game was strong at one point. Every gun was strong. You had the one-man army, danger close noob twos, but you had a lot of powerful guns in there that could compete with that stuff. While in For Honor, you only have a handful of characters that are tournament level. And like in Shaman, if y'all saw one of my videos where there was a Shaman on the enemy team for a tournament, that Shaman got absolutely clapped. Like, it doesn't matter. It legit doesn't matter, because I was playing Kensei. Kensei's better than Shaman. And that's what it comes down to at the end of the day for high level For Honors, if you're playing the better character. That's why you see characters like Warlord, Griffin, and BP picked, because they're strong. Not to mention, Griffin is also picked because his whole design is based around guessing. I know that's going to get a lot of people upset whenever I say that, but I can't help you get upset over that. That's my opinion. Griffin as a whole is based on guessing, and with his release of Griffin Sticky Dodge, that's still in the game. And if you look in tournaments, what do? They exploit Sticky Dodge like no tomorrow. It's just boring. It's just boring, and I think it's going to continue to be boring until other characters are brought up to speed. Like we saw when Ibushi ran in a tournament, but what happened to that Ibushi when she fought a full meta team? Destroyed. Doesn't matter how good the player is. At the end of the day, if that person, it doesn't matter how good you are. At the end of the day, if that person is playing a better character than you, a good 8 times out of 10, 9 times out of 10, you're going to lose just because that character is better or that character has more options. And that's what it comes down to at the end of the day. So, yeah. That is my opinion on high level For Honor. And one more quick thing, people might think a good way to stop that is to add a skill-based matchmaking, which there already is in a sense, but the problem is with skill-based matchmaking, you run into Dead by Daylight, where you got people waiting a good 20, 30, or even an hour for games, because y'all have seen it on stream when I've been able to. We spend a good 20 to 30 minutes in a lobby trying to find a game. Even in Dominion, we spend a good 10 or 15. You shouldn't have to be waiting that long to find a game where it's high activity. Or very high activity. And yeah. And if they do add an MMR system like that, it's going to be nothing but sweat every damn day. It basically is every damn day. Because if you ain't playing a meta character, good luck. Those meta characters looking at you like a snack. That's what they're doing. Like, Shinobi, free, easy kill. Shaolin, easy kill. And at the end of the day, if you want to compete, you gotta pick the meta character. That is the harsh reality of it at the end of the day. If you want to compete, you gotta pick the better character. So, yeah. That's my whole opinion on it. I appreciate all those that stopped by, and I appreciate all the support on the channel update video. I'm glad you guys are really supportive and understanding of it. And also, we hit a very big milestone. We are at 800 subscribers at the time of recording this video. That shit's amazing, and I'm happy for that. Then I'm very, I'm very stoked. We're getting closer to our 1,000 sub goal, and whenever here's the goal. Here's what I'll do for y'all. When we reach 1,000 subs, that Wulin montage is coming out, because that'll give me plenty of time to work on it. Once again, I appreciate all those that do subscribe, and those of you that are watching this right now and don't know who I am, I did release a About Me video a while back. If I need to update that, I'll probably do that again. So yeah, I appreciate all those that did subscribe. Thank you once again for the 800 subscribers and for staying through this. Let me know if y'all like this setup where I have my red salt lamp in the back, like good old Mutahar. So yeah, subscribe to become a SEAL, baby. I appreciate all the support, and I appreciate all those that are sticking through it this long, and I appreciate all those that are supporting me through my career and my job. So yeah, subscribe to become a SEAL, baby. I hope y'all enjoyed, and I'll see all y'all in the next one.